So this one comes from a book. This one's a little more challenging. Um, we have two equations again. This one's going to be linear. This one looks like the equation of a circle because I've got x squared plus y squared. So I want to solve for one of these variables and then substitute it to the second one. So with this being 3y and this just being negative 1x right now, with 1 being smaller than 3, I'm going to solve for x for this one. So actually, if I move the x to this side, then automatically it's going to become positive x. If I bring the 15 to this side, it'll become negative 15. So I've solved for one of the variables. Now I can substitute into this equation. So where it says x, I'm going to put 3y minus 15. Now it says I'm going to square it, which means I'm going to multiply by itself. I like to include it like this. I think this avoids a lot of mistakes. Because what happens is when people put this as squared, some people just do 3y squared and then 15 squared, or some people put negative 15 squared, but they'll miss a couple of terms. So I think it's always safe to do this way. Now I've got to be careful because I'm timesing by 4 as well. Now I can either distribute the 4 and then do FOIL, or do FOIL and then times by 4. I'm actually going to do the FOIL first. So 3y times 3y is 9y squared. And I got negative 45y and another negative 45y. So that will be negative 90y. And negative 15 times negative 15 is positive 225. So that's this part here. And then I've still got the rest of this equation here. Now we can actually distribute the 4 into here. So 36y squared, 4 times 90 is 360. And 4 times 225 is going to be 900. Plus 9y squared equals 36. Now I can collect terms here as well, so I can see 36y squared plus 9y squared is going to be 45y squared. So I know straight away this is a quadratic, so I want to set this equal to 0. So negative 360y, and to set this equal to 0 I need to bring the 36 to this side. So 900 take away 36 is going to be 864. Not a very nice equation. We've got a lot of terms here. Hopefully there's a common factor in here. Luckily I can see 9 as a common factor. I knew 9 worked for 45 and also for 360. If you add these digits together, 8 plus 6 plus 4, you get 18, which is in the 9 times table. Therefore, so is 864. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each term by 9. So what I end up with there is 9y squared. There might be a bigger factor, but I just haven't managed to see it yet. Minus 40y, and then 864 divided by 9 is 96. And I'll look to see if there's any other common factors. For 9, I know it's either going to be 1 or 9, which is not very helpful because that doesn't divide into here. 3, but that doesn't divide by 3. So that looks like I've simplified as much as I can. So at this stage, I don't really have many options, so it looks like I'm going to be using the quadratic formula, and we'll do that on the next clip.